you have to be careful of scammers. Yes, because there are a lot of scammers out there.
Meet Oluwaloseyi Messan. With hands-on experience in music business management and a deep dive into the possibilities of web3, Oluwaloseyi offers sharp insight into crypto, decentralized finance, and the evolving future of business in Africa.
I took a loan. I was able to build money to...
If you've ever been curious about crypto or where Web3 is heading, this conversation is for you.
It's going to be very difficult to do that with 10,000.
Yeah. Oluwaloseyi offers you a beginner's guide to understanding the whole new world of future finance.
So, oh my God, today I am like so excited, at the same time nervous, because this is like the topic that I am a novice. I know nothing about this topic, and that's even what makes me excited, because now I can learn. And that's why I like these conversations, because you get to, at least for me personally, I get to enrich my knowledge. I get to open up my mindset to new possibilities, and that's why we're doing this for you. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when we have new content, new conversations. We continue the conversations with the same guests.
Yeah.
So today in the house, we have Oluwaloseyi Messan, and what we are going to dissect today. One episode of this podcast is not going to be enough, so definitely we're going to have him again. This is something that I have no clue about, so bear with me when I start asking like dumb questions. I need answers, so I'm going to ask him this question. So don't forget to subscribe. Welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, there's so much we're going to like unpack, but before we get into all this Web3, crypto and all this, I see that you do a couple of different things: diverse music industry and angel investing. When did you realize that you had to, or you needed to, or you love to spread yourself in these different industries, or are these industries so connected that it works out for you?
Okay, so it's actually a kind of funny story how I got mixed up in all of this. So I started out as an entertainment person. I've always loved entertainment right from time.
Yeah.
You know, so I started managing a couple of artists.
Okay.
But you know, the thing with entertainment is money.
It's money, yeah.
you need money to do a whole lot of stuff. And you know, when you're so broke and you're chasing music and doing all that, and you can't move forward. So you need to take a step back and like, I need to go and make money.
That's true.
You know, to be able to push the music.
Yes.
So I think it was at that point I realized, okay, what do I do? What's the next thing for me? And I think that's when I discovered crypto, and I started doing crypto. And from crypto, the money came, and I realized, oh, the money is here now. What do? You know, so I said, okay. I started putting my hands into a couple of other stuffs, including being an angel investor. So.
Okay. Now you already mentioned crypto, and then you said the money came. This is the part we like. So that means crypto will bring money. But before we get into that, I really want to know a bit about the music industry, especially in Nigeria and then in the global space. How does this work? How do people make money from music, especially now that you have like streaming platforms? And what's the business in music?
The music business is, I would say, is risky, but kind of profitable as well. You know, because take for example, you want to start a record label.
Yeah.
You know, you pick up an artist.
Okay.
And you invest, say, 100 million into that artist.
So much.
The truth is,
there's
no guarantee that you make that money back.
But when you do, gambling.
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, life itself is a gamble.
Well, that's basically true. Yeah.
So, but if it pays off, like you make so much money, you start wondering, wow, you know. But the truth is it's a risky business, and when you're going into it, you know, you're holding like, oh my God, I hope this works.
Yeah.
But then again, there've been a whole lot of successful people, that have done this, and it's working fine for them. And the likes of Don Jazzy, Olamide, they've taken that step of, going into the label thing and, bringing out a whole lot of artists and being successful. A lot of other people have tried it, it didn't work out for them.
But you need a label as an artist.
Okay. Now, the way the music industry has evolved, you don't really need a label now, but you need money. The money has to come from somewhere.
What do you need the money for? Let's say I can sing. You don't believe me. I cannot sing. Hey, let's say I can sing now, and I'm a musician. I want to get into the music industry. I have like great talent. What do I need money for? Can I just sing and maybe post it online? Will that work? Because I see lots of people posting their music online.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, you can do your music, put it out there, but the truth is, you need money to take it to the next stage.
Okay.
You understand? So, if you go online, you can see like 1,001.
Okay, so much.
A lot of artists out there, right? But they are not big names popping. Why? Because they don't have the money to take that music to the next stage.
What's the next stage?
Okay, the next stage. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
Ashake.
Yes.
Before Olamide signed Ashake, Ashake has been in the music space for years.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know that, because he was just doing his thing. Using his own funds.
Yeah.
Put record songs, put it out there. But to be able to promote this song,
so it's more about the visibility, marketing.
Yes, basically.
That's where most of the money goes.
Most of the money goes to marketing. On a big scale. And that was the platform Olamide gave to Ashake, and he was able to. And the moment Olamide gave him that platform, it was all out there.
Okay, then how does he make the money back? Because streaming is for free. Well, not all true. You pay, right? And I hear that the amount the artists get is so minimal that you can't even get rich from streaming.
That's not true.
That's not true, okay?
Yeah, because a whole lot of artists are making tons of money from streaming. Actually, streaming is it's like one of the major income for an artist. Because even as an independent artist, you can make money from streaming. You understand? If your song is on, Apple Music, Spotify, and all that, they pay you on I think a quarterly basis. So it now depends on the number of streams you get.
Okay.
So for big name artists, A lists, maybe B lists, they make tons of money from streaming. Yes, there are other means of making money, say endorsements. Even now, a whole lot of artists are going into the what's it called, the web3 space.
Oh,
and making
we're
money
coming
from
there
it.
because right now you just said something that I don't know what is it saying. Web3 space, artists getting in there. What does that mean?
You can be able to sell your stuffs.
Okay.
Your say your beats, your music, your artwork, and all that. So Web3 is actually very big, but I'll come back to that later. But a whole lot of new avenues are coming out. Shows.
Okay.
Features. You make a whole lot of areas you can make money. Publishing. And all that, so the whole of areas you can make money from music. But the truth is, for you to be able to, make that money, for example, before any company will endorse you as an artist, you must have the numbers.
Okay, so they actually really look at your platform.
Yes.
How many people can you reach?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole.
So what if someone just has a rich daddy or mommy, auntie, and they just slap money on their face, and they promote it, give it to a promotion agency. So they don't have a label, but they give it to a promotion agency, promotes their music on all platforms, have million views and likes and downloads and everything. Is that person already a star?
Yeah, of course.
Oh wow.
Of course.
So it's a capitalist market.
Yeah, of course. It's just that, when you have such an opportunity, it's good to create a structure behind what you're doing.
Okay.
And I think that's what Davido did in his time. The money was there.
Yes.
So Davido and his brothers,
Yeah.
they created a structure behind it. They were not just, okay, the money is there, let's just be doing music for the sake of music. They created a structure, created a label, and, pushed the music. So at the end of the day, money is important. People will tell you, just sing. You don't need
Sing
money.
very
But
well.
no, the truth is, even if you, as an artist, you do music and put it out there, you go viral. The truth is, you still need money to be able to,
Harness that fame.
Yeah. So without that money, you're just going to be in the background. People might know you, but you won't be making money.
Oh yeah.
So
are there artists that are well known that they don't have money?
Yeah, trust me. There are a whole lot of them.
Ooh, that's going to be very difficult.
In fact, there are a whole lot of them. I have a couple of them in my DM.
Yeah, that's going to be
seeking
very
for funds
challenging.
to, push the music, come back into the industry. A whole lot of them.
Then how do you know, as a producer in the music entertainment business, how do you spot the talent that because it's risky to invest millions into someone, right? So somehow have you been able to work out a kind of mechanism, like to at least know who go fly small?
You see, the Nigerian music industry right now has been quote unquote bastardized by low quality music. Now, why am I saying this? Because now with money, you can see someone doing ba 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 ba.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
As long as you have the money to market properly,
that's what I meant. So where does the talent and creativity
but
come
for me personally, I always look out for real talent.
Yeah.
Because I think music for me is beyond making money. It's a passion. I myself, I have tried to do music, but when I realized that,
oh really?
Oh boy, this thing is not your line, though. You better leave it quickly.
What kind of music were you going to?
I was actually a rapper.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so but I quickly realized.
What kind of rapper? Like Tupac generation rapper or
Yeah, it's kind of in between.
In between.
But funny enough, along the line, I switched to Yoruba rap.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I think influenced by the likes of Lord of Ajasa, so I switched to Yoruba. But quickly I realized, this music thing is not for me, but I love music.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, what can I do? That's why I switched to the business of it.
But still be within that space of...
Yeah. So identifying, talents, I want to say, that, you can write,
okay.
You can write. For me personally,
yeah.
You can write, you have the proper vocals,
okay.
And beyond that, I think another quality I look for is attitude.
Why does that matter?
Yeah, it matters a lot because at an early stage, I quickly realized that without attitude, an artist can't move forward. I was managing an artist. I wouldn't want to call names, but he has the wrong attitude, and all. So I was managing him, but I was spending because as a manager, I'm not supposed to spend for you. I'm just supposed to manage your activities. You bring the money, and I'll manage it for you and all that. But because I kind of believed so much in him, I was spending the little money I had then, and pushing and hoping that, okay, we'll be able to take him to a level where a big artist, but he just had all the wrong attitude. We take him for TV interview, radio interview, he's always late, not turn up well, always having issues with other people working. So it was just fun. So I learned then, look, if you're working with anybody, it has to be someone with the right attitude. One of the artists that is currently on my label, I've known him for for I think 8 years now. It was just a very little boy then. I kind of like his stuff, and I always try to put him on for shows and all that, right? So I told him, look, one day I'll start up my label and I'll sign you. And ever since I told him that, I mean, it's been 5 years since I told him that, and he has always come back, show interest. Whenever he records a song, he'll send it to me. Oh, bro, look at this. What do you think about it? Oh, please, I want to get to this person. Can you help me out? He's always, and I say, oh, this person is serious.
Yes.
He has the right attitude. So attitude is very, very important. And I think that's the reason why you see a whole lot of artists, label brouhaha in the industry. A lot of them falling out with their record labels, and it's all out there. So right attitude. I'm not saying the artist is always wrong, but most times, artists, especially when they taste a little bit of fame, oh my God.
Well, what about there's also this notion of the record labels are so greedy, and they do not, they expect too much from the artist.
Well, true, some labels might be, but I'll be honest with you. If you're spending 100, 200 million, I think the first thing on your mind is you want to recoup.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you spend this 100, 200 million, and within the first year, probably you guys made 60 million. And the artist is seeing that 60 million enter for label. They start thinking, where's my cut?
Okay, you've not even broken even.
So how do you expect in a cut?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 artists on my label right now. I rented an apartment. They are not out there yet because we are still grooming them. But I rented an apartment for them.
Is that part of the package as well?
The truth is, these days, labels don't even do that no more.
Okay.
But I am doing it because I know where these boys are coming from. They are coming from a very, low background. And I can understand that because of where I'm coming from myself. Yes, so I look at, I need to make it easy for them to be able to focus on the music, right? But these days, labels are not doing that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I got them an apartment. I give them monthly stipends.
Yeah.
I feed them. I clothe them. I'm spending money already.
Yeah.
And I've not made one error. Do you understand what I'm saying? So of course, when the money start coming in, I want to get my money back first, before we can start even talking about you getting your own cut. But even within this period, I will still be giving you an advance.
Yeah.
You get the other day, one of my artists called me and said, oh look, my mom is sick, I need to travel to go and take care of her and this and that. I need so amount of money. I had to give it to him. But I'm not making any money yet. So now tell me tomorrow, and I put them out there, and we start making money. Of course they will see it. They will know that money is coming in now.
But you have to break even
of
first,
course, I
and
have to.
still assist them to keep the lifestyle of the stage they are at.
Because why they are out there, it still costs money. Right? So they'll start saying, oh, they are greedy. They are getting money and they're not giving me anything, So most of the time, that's usually the case. And then that's when they start looking at the contract that you sign 20-80% with me, it's rubbish. I'm kind of assuming all the risk, because the truth is, if it doesn't work, you're not going to come back and give me that money.
Yeah, that's true, Joe.
Yes, you're not going to come back and give me. You're not going to come back and give me. I've spent when I started making money, I made one mistake of rushing back into the entertainment scene, because I left the entertainment scene for a while. Like, look, let me go and hustle. You understand? So when I started making some money, I was so eager to come back. So I rushed back, and there's this lady, and I started spending money on her, and I didn't even sign the contract with her. I just like, don't worry, we'll do it together. We just putting money, pushing the music and all that, and along the line, she just said, oh look, I don't think I want to do music no more. I want to go back into the corporate space. And she did. I didn't get one penny.
Well, but it's then also like investment, and it's so interesting that I think you like risk,
Yeah,
because
of
now
course.
listening to investing in artists, then thinking about you, then going to crypto. You know, it's like you're leaving one fry pan. You're just jumping into the fire. That's how I'm saying it right now. You correct me. But wait, we heard that he used to rap. Yorubara. We are going to, for you the audience, we are going to dig that one Yorubara. Promise you. We'll dig it and show it to you if we can find it there.
Oh my God.
But let's go into business. You do angel investing.
Yeah.
For people that do not know, what does that mean? Angel investing. What's that?
Okay. Angel investors are basically individuals
Okay.
that have money,
Yeah.
and they are putting that money into early startups.
What's the difference between an investor or VC?
Yeah, venture capital.
Capital
Yeah.
and angel investor.
So for venture capitalists, they get funds from people. You know, they are more of these corporate settings where they get money from people, and they help these people manage this money by investing it into, you know, businesses and all
So like
that.
fund managers.
Yes, basically, you know, and most of the time they bet on businesses that are already existing and are already, you know, probably scalable at that point, you know. But for angel investors, it's we'll bet more on early startups, you know.
Okay, like investing in very early stage.
You know, for business that probably they are not at that stage of where they'll be able to get funds from, you know, banks or even from VCs and all that.
What I'm hearing is like, it seems you have a passion for empowering people that do not have, the traditional society has turned their back on them.
Yeah, you know, I think that's as a result of where I'm coming from. I came from a very poor background, and
What does that mean? I hear that often.
okay.
Poor background.
Okay. I grew up with 3 siblings and my mom and dad. In fact, with one of our cousin, and we're all living in one room apartment. We have to put stuff like this and lie down sleep. You know, the way they arrange
the shelter,
sardine, you know, straight like that, you know. So we have to still and although we're not poor, you know, but we didn't have enough, so to speak, you know. We had to, my dad was a teacher and my mom a trader, you know, so they had to struggle to be able to put food on our table and give us life, you understand? So we're just there, but we didn't really have, okay, I can't say, this is what I want to eat today and I'll eat it. No, you know, it has to be what they decide. This is what we can afford today, and we have to eat that.
At that moment, did you have aspirations?
Oh yes. In fact, I think I always tell myself, one of my greatest achievements will be giving my kids a completely different life from one I've experienced, and also helping all my friends. Back then, I always tell myself that I want to make sure I will make sure all my friends are well to do, and everyone around me is gonna be fine, you know. So that has been something that has always been on my mind, and the truth is, whenever I see opportunities like this, I have a group where all my close friends. I can tell you that I have about 8 friends that we started from age 5, and we're still together. Yes, so I created a group. We're all there.
How do you keep friendships?
Well, I think the people usually say I am the glue.
Okay.
You know, in our midst, because when I was on the mainland, we're all on the mainland, right? And I was able to move to the island. One of the first things I did was to call my guys. Okay, look, guys, see, I don't move to island though, but I want you guys to come here too, I know, and seek for better opportunities. So I'm like, money don't worry, we'll go rougher.
Yeah.
You understand? So I started helping.
So like taking them
Yeah.
along.
So now all of us were on the island, and we have a group, and whenever any opportunity pops up, we're putting it on the group. Oh, look at this, let's try this and do that. So
without feeling that there is a competition, because I really like and love hearing what you're saying, this connection, this friendship bond, which I also like wish that we women, we strengthen our bonds like that without the fear of if I tell this person about this, then they may take that chance, that competition. Yeah.
Well, the truth is, competition is good.
Yes.
A healthy one, right? So it's okay, but so far so good. We've only had a healthy competitions. You understand? Nothing more than that, and it's been good.
Yeah.
We've been friends for over 30-something years, and it's been like that.
Oh, that's so beautiful to hear. Like, how do you know which entrepreneur? How do you choose who you want to be an angel investor for?
Oh, okay. I think one of the first things I actually look out for is the team.
The team?
Yeah.
The people?
Yeah.
Okay. Not the idea.
No.
Okay.
I look at the people. And look, okay, who's the founder, co-founder, and all the people around. I'm like, who are they? Because I think one thing you really want to look out for when investing is accountability.
Yes.
You understand? So I look at them, I look at what kind of person is this. I need to know before I even look at the idea. Yeah, because if you have the wrong person and the right idea, it will just die. So I always look out for the person first, then I look out for the idea. Is it something that is scalable in the long run? Something that is acceptable, something that can grow fast, right? So, because I think one of the reasons why I invest is so that create a solution to a problem that can help a larger group of people. You understand? I think I always want to associate my name with stuff like that.
It's scalable.
Yeah. So
but where does then this very small SMEs, they don't have a chance anymore if people, when it comes to investment and capital, if most investors are actually looking for something that's scalable and there's a better exit chance, than small businesses, how will they ever get finance?
Well,
because is it not also, don't you come to the same equation? I don't know, but I'm thinking, do you come to the same equation if you invest in one startup that could be scalable, or you invest in like 15 small businesses that grow progressively, right? But not in this exponential scalability that the one startup has.
Okay, I think when I have more money, I'll probably look into that. I'll probably look into that because you need to have the money to throw out this thing. So you need to. I think the idea is to look at your current situation and look at what is obtainable for me at this point in time. So I look at it over time. Of course, I'll definitely look, but not to say I don't even put money into other small businesses. For example, I put money into my sister's businesses and to help them grow and
maybe managing 10 businesses, like being an investor for 10 businesses, management wise, it's more complicated than
it is. It's more complicated. But then again, when you have money to play around, you can easily pick up all these stuff and
do it.
Because at the end of the day, it's all betting.
It's all betting.
Yeah, trust me. See, you can see a very good business idea, a good team, and by the end of the day, it might fail.
That's true. It might.
Yeah, it might. So it's betting. So we're all betting. You just have to, look at it and say, okay, do I want to bet on this or not? If at least you look at it and say, okay, it meets 80% of the criteria of things you're looking for.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I want to bet on this.
So being an angel investor, you have to be ready to lose money.
Yes. I already have money in some stuff that I know they're already dead, you know.
So okay. Now that excites me very well is crypto. We're going to move to web3, but crypto, because I've heard even my son has started cryptocurrency. I've heard this term so much that what is crypto? Is it cryptocurrency or what is it?
Yeah, cryptocurrency. Yeah, cryptocurrency is money,
Okay.
but in digital form. You know the way you have your $1
Yeah.
paper,
Yeah.
right? So gold,
Yeah.
then-
Tangible.
yes.
Yeah.
Then there's crypto. It's digital.
Yeah, but all my money is in the bank. It's also numbers. So what's it?
But you can actually get that in.
Okay, I can get it as
Yeah,
in physical
but
form.
crypto
Yeah.
you can't get it in physical form.
Oh, okay. So that's one differentiating factor. It's a digital currency which you cannot access in a physical form. It only
Yes.
exists in
Yes.
this intangible form.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And the crypto, this digital money,
Yeah.
you know, operates on a platform called blockchain.
What is blockchain?
Okay, so just like your money,
Yeah.
it operates in banks.
Yes. Yes.
So blockchain is crypto's bank. But now the difference is this: blockchain is it's an open source. It's completely free from control. You know, unlike banks are controlled.
Yeah.
That is why every country has a CBN.
Yeah. Yes. And they are all tied to reserves. Yes.
Yeah. But unlike banks, blockchain, it's not controlled by anyone.
But what's the value then tied to?
What is what?
What's the value of this currency tied to? Like in the past, in olden days, the money was tied to tangible things like cloth, and then it was tied to gold. Then we came into the American bank era where they just stripped the gold out of it, so it's floating. But at least you still have the paper currency. So what is this digital currency tied to? Is it tied to anything of value?
It's tied to the community.
Okay, the community is the value.
Yes.
So the more people are using it, the more value it has.
The value it has, and it's also tied to the, I would say, the, what's the word?
Scarcity?
Not scarcity. You know, the fact that it cannot be controlled by anyone. The freedom it has.
How much freedom is there? Because I remember there's some platforms where I see that my son buys specific cryptocurrency. So that's a specific brand. Someone is behind the brand, even if it's like connected to a blockchain. So there is some kind of gatekeeping happening. Is there not?
Well, that's where it comes down to centralized and decentralized wallets.
Okay.
You know, so now for centralized, these are the ones that are kind of controlled to some extent, right? The likes of Binance, Coinbase, you know, Bybit.
Yeah.
These ones, they are centralized, they are controlled to some extent, and I think the advantage of centralized wallet is, you know, to kind of like clamp down on scam.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So there is scam happening.
Of course.
How is someone scammed then?
Oh my God. Even I have been scammed.
Oh wow, tell me about that. I want to know, so that I want to get all the information so I'm well informed before I even think about diving into it. How does scam happen?
Okay, so prior to now, how I started crypto itself is I buy and I sell, I buy and sell, you know. So I over time I was able to develop Chinese contacts, right? So I sell when I buy and I sell to Chinese, right? So there was this particular Chinese I sold to, and it just vanished. And crypto is, when you send it out, you can't get it back, especially when you are doing that on decentralized wallet.
You can't get it back, which means, okay, when you sell it out, so you have an amount of cryptocurrencies. You sell it out, what do you get in return?
Maybe cash.
Okay, so you get the traditional money in return.
Yes.
And so that crypto now belongs to that person.
That person. So when you send it out and you don't get that cash back,
oh,
it's
that's
over.
a scamming then.
Yes.
So they take your crypto, which you can never retrieve, and you don't get the cash. But in a traditional business trading, because I'm hearing now crypto trading, there's crypto trading.
Of course.
Right, in a traditional space, when I sell something, you pay, then I give it to you. So it's crypto not like that. Won't you collect your cash first before you?
Well, I think I actually don't know who made the rule.
Okay.
But, most of the time, when you're trading,
Yeah.
they want you to send the coin first, then they pay you.
Oh, that's risky.
Well, that it comes down to trust, and that is why I said earlier that centralized wallets, has its advantage.
Okay, so it gives
Though
you,
there's a bit of gatekeeping, but it
guarantees
gives you more
that
guarantee.
trust,
Okay,
yeah.
because for example, if you get scam on Binance, for example, you can petition Binance and they will follow up. As long as the wallet you're sending to is also centralized,
yeah.
they can even retrieve the money back for you.
Okay.
They can retrieve the coin back. You understand? But if you are using decentralized,
so what's the advantage then of decentralized compared to centralized?
okay, decentralized is you have more freedom, and it's more
Freedom of what is this freedom? Freedom
okay,
to do
freedom
what?
freedom of gatekeeping. Take for example now, I can actually do a transaction of say $5 billion
Yeah.
in a day, in a space of 5 minutes.
Okay. That's okay, and that you can do
But you can't do that in the normal banking, you can't just send
Yes, you
5
can't,
million, it's going to take a process,
Due diligence
due
and all
diligence,
that.
even in Nigeria, there's the amount of money you will send
Yeah.
that the bank will notify
I
EFCC.
know, I know that.
You understand?
Yeah.
But on these platforms, you can send money.
But is this then not a money laundering platform?
Well, it's also, that's one of the disadvantage of it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's now, gives room for money laundering and,
Yeah.
and all that. You get what I'm saying? But the truth is, people don't want to be policed.
Yes.
We want to be able to do your transactions in a way that, and the good thing about crypto is this, right? Everything is open.
Okay.
Because if I send a coin to your wallet,
Yes.
I can, as long as I have that your wallet address,
Yes.
I can see every single transaction you've ever made.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can see.
Where's the privacy?
No, the thing, that's why it's open. You understand? There's no hidden anything, but you cannot do anything about it. You will see it, but you cannot do that, and you don't even know who is operating that wallet.
So if you have the address of someone, and you also are on a crypto platform, you can assess the transactions. You can see it.
You can see it. You can see who is sending to the person. You can see where the person is sending to. But the truth is, it doesn't come with a name or anything.
Yeah.
You're just going to see the transactions, but you will know who.
Yes, who's behind the transaction?
Do you understand? So that's the freedom it gives, but it's also open.
Yeah.
Nothing is hidden. It's right there, but you can't just know who. So I can have a wallet right now, and even if you know the wallet address, but you don't know it belongs to me.
Oh, so I can have multiple wallets?
Yes, of course. You can have as much as...
In different countries?
Yes.
Or is it tied to country?
No,
or
not
it's not tied to country?
Not tied to country or anything. That's the beauty of the cryptocurrency. No country is controlling it. And that is why a whole lot of countries, they don't want to adopt it, because they know, it gives the people freedom.
So that means I can just have an address, and I travel through the world, carrying the address with me, using my cryptocurrency
Yes.
around. That's a beautiful concept.
Every time I go to Canada,
Yeah.
most of the time, I don't put money in my dorm or anything.
Yeah.
I just have it in my wallet. So when I get there, I just sell it off and just get cash.
Is there always a buyer? What if?
Of course,
there's always a buyer.
Always a buyer.
Because there's always the risk.
Always
that,
a buyer. I mean, people
yeah.
are trading. I know because I belong to a group of people that
Yeah.
trade cryptocurrency every day, and for me at least I trade $1 million every day.
Yeah.
And there are people that trade $5-6 million every day. So people are always buying.
People are always buying.
Buying, and people are always selling. So
okay, so how is it created? It must come from somewhere.
yeah, okay. So I think the first crypto that was created is Bitcoin.
Yes.
Yeah. So after that, a whole lot of other people started creating, and other there's Ethereum.
Yeah. Yes,
There's even BNB, that's Binance Coin. But now, because of the invention of web3, now everybody, even you, can create your own coin now.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. There was Trump and Melania.
Yeah.
coin.
Oh,
I think there was even
I made
Davido
money,
coin
I
or
even made money
something
from
like
that.
Oh, really? Okay. Before we dive into this, so we understand,
Okay.
complete the crypto adventure
Yeah.
before we go into Web3.
Yeah.
The crypto adventure is now. So, if I want to start, get into crypto,
Yeah.
what does that even mean? Does it mean that I have to trade?
Okay. No. So this is it. If you want to take it like a business,
Okay.
well, everything is a business, and we bet like if you want to take like a daily thing
Yeah.
you do, then you trade.
Okay.
You buy, you sell, you buy, you sell,
Yeah.
every day like that, make profit and all. But then again, there's another aspect, which is you just buy and hold.
Okay.
Now that involves you, say you buy a coin that you believe is going to pump,
Okay.
just
like stock trading.
exactly. So you buy and hold, and when it pumps, then you sell.
You wait.
Yeah. So because okay, I'll give an example.
Hey, this is Bold with Joe. We are excited to bring African voices and stories to the forefront. The way you can support us is just to press that like button, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us, and drop your comments so we know what matters to you. You want to know all the beautiful shows I am preparing for you? Go to Bold with Joe. Now, back to the show.
3 years ago, is it 3? We're in 2025 now.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's 4 years ago actually. I bought coin. I bought Bitcoin. I bought about like 6 Bitcoin. Then it was around I think $7,000. So I bought, and when it got to $60,000, I sold. Right.
Yeah.
So I had to wait for I think almost 2 years though. And I sold.
How do you build the patience to wait?
Ah.
Because this thing is, it's like, I'm sure it to be like an app, right? Where you can see
yeah.
the growth.
Yes, of course.
And then it does that not cause anxiety? Like when you see it fall and then, you know.
It does, but over time, you grow to, have that patience.
Okay, you learn
wait.
how to.
But then again, I think what helped me was beyond buying and holding, I was doing my normal daily trading.
Okay.
So it kind of took my mind off.
So actually just invest that money there and close it.
Yeah. But for meme coins now, because there's meme coin, and that's what most people are doing to make money now.
Meme?
That's the difference from meme coin and all this normal coin like Bitcoin and Ethereum and the likes is, they can pump in the next 1 hour, and in another hour they will just drop completely.
Oh, very risky.
Yeah, unlike Bitcoin, right now Bitcoin is around $90-something thousand, but unless something significant happens, like say, Jesus blew trumpets, kind of stuff.
Yes.
There's no way Bitcoin is going to go down to say $20,000 right now. It's just almost impossible, right? But shitcoin, meme coin, we call them shitcoin today. So meme coin can go to say can do like 1,000%, and before you know it will just drop down to maybe like 1%.
What is it? It must be tied to something like
it's the community.
It's the community. So
okay, so I will explain that to you now. So you see, if you create a coin now, right, just the way Trump created a coin and put it out there. Now, you create that coin, he buys, she, and I, right? So coins start going up, right? Now, the idea is this: if I pull out my money, when it goes up, probably my investment in it is say $100, and I'm looking at my money, and my money is now $300. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna take my profits. The moment I take mine, it starts coming down. The moment two of them do the same thing, that coin is dropping down.
It sounds a bit
that's why I said it's the community. It's backed by the community. So if people are holding on to it, it's more stable, it stays. But the thing with meme coin these days is people are creating it, to take money off people as well, right? So they call it rug pulling. You understand? You create a coin and market it, kind of put a whole lot of money. You yourself put a whole lot of money into it. So when you put money, it goes up.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Okay. So there's a lot of liquidity in it.
So you evaluate the value.
Yeah. So it goes up, and people are like, oh, this thing is popping. And they start putting their money. Blah, blah, blah. And when I say, oh, no, don't put my money.
Then you withdraw your money.
No, by then my money has probably like tripled. And so when I rug pull you guys, then you guys go down to zero. And you
lose. That not the same?
Well,
what you may stay in the thin line, because if I do that intentionally,
that's why in the US, for example, I know there are laws against stuff like this, but it's surprising that the president of America is
so quaint.
But then again, because the government of the day, they don't understand it.
Yeah, they're far behind.
And they are shying away from it. So you can't create laws for things you don't understand.
Yes.
Do you understand? So because of that, there are really no specific laws right now to hold people accountable.
So it's still the Wild West.
Except the social law that people generally will hold you accountable and drag you, just like they dragged, you know who I'm talking about. So, but then again, that's why when you are going into crypto, especially as a newbie, you need to be very, very extremely careful.
Okay.
Don't fall for the FOMO. Yes, that I don't want to miss out on this. Let me buy. Boom, you just buy, and that happened to me some years back. There's this coin called Wakanda.
Don't tell me it's tied to when the film came out.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So actually what I'm hearing now is everything that has a hype.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because since it's tied to a community, if there's something that can hype up a community concept, can actually be, this is another way of monetizing attention and people.
Yesterday, the former CEO of, day before yesterday, former CEO of Binance, CZ, someone just asked him a random question on Twitter that, what's the name of your dog? And he asked that, I tried to create a coin for me and all that. People were like, yeah, let's do it. And, they were asking for the name of the dog and the picture. And, and the moment he said broccoli, oh my God, everybody started creating broccoli coin, and some people made money from it, because it started pumping, and
Oh my God.
it started pumping, and boom, a lot of people bought. I wanted to buy, but I was having issues with my, I don't know, I couldn't be able to get a heck of it, and
You would have gone to order a broccoli first and eat a broccoli. Take your time, eat it first. Then you now decide if you want to invest in
so basically,
Yeah.
that's why I say it's tied to the community.
The
So
community.
whatever the community backs, it just goes up. One of the reasons why because to be honest, when Trump dropped his coin, I actually believed in it. Right, I kind of put a whole lot of money into it. I was able to pull my money and some extra profits, but I also left a lot that I shouldn't have.
Okay.
Yes, but because I kind of believed in that coin, because I just find it difficult that the president of United States of America is going to pull people.
Yeah.
But I think what happened was I don't want to use the word greedy, but something close to that, because they went ahead to create another coin called is it Melina? Or
I think the wife's name or something,
yes.
yeah.
So what happened was a whole lot of people that had their money in Trump coin pulled out.
To go into.
So it affected the Trump coin, and it just went from $92 to $17.
Well, but finally, a shift in finance from the male to the female.
No, the problem is
Yeah.
the other coin did not do well.
It didn't do well.
Because now it's
So
divided.
it was Trump that had the
Now some people are saying no, we'll put our money here. Other people are putting our money here. So it didn't do. And from that moment onward, a whole lot of celebrities started doing the same
coming
thing.
up with coins. Oh.
You understand? So people are just moving from this place to the next place to the next place to the next place. You understand? So the early people that quickly buy, they make profit, while the latecomers will
They are the ones
to,
that pay for. It
exactly.
sounds a bit like pyramid system, though. The
Yeah,
olden
but-
days
but-
pyramid system, because the first people that come, or the busy punks scheme or something, the first people that come, they make the money, and then the last comers, they are the ones paying. But what was your Wakanda experience?
So when that coin came out, I was not really, because for me, prior to now, I really don't do meme coin. You understand? Because it's too risky.
Okay, so everything that is around a celebrity hype is called meme coin, or is there a specific coin called meme coin?
Oh, well, it's just a name they call all these coins that
the newest kind of unstable coins.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I really don't put my money into it before. I stay with the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Solana, Litecoin, and the likes, right? But so my wife, someone told my wife about the coin, and she just put I think she bought I think $5,000, and within 2 days her $5,000 just skyrocketed to I think $37,000.
And you didn't sell?
And I was like, no, for her, not me. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I buy this? I could have even bought more. And instantly I just bought $10,000. And the coin was just there looking at me. I was like, pump now. Pump. I was waiting, and I waited for 3 days. And on the third day, I just woke up, because usually I wake up like 4 a.m. Carry my phone, I'm checking all my coins and see what's going on.
That's what it does.
So I just woke up, and I'm seeing my $10,000 coin is now $700 and something. And I was like, what just happened? Oh my God. As in, I almost went mental. I was like,
oh my God.
I'm like, this is I'm like,
well, that's gambling.
I was like, how did this happen?
So it's
I
very risky.
went crazy that day, but that was the moment I realized, okay, this is the new thing. Okay, you okay, so
It's very risky then.
so basically, if you're personally, anybody coming into crypto space newly, I usually don't even tell them about meme coins.
Meme coin, yeah.
Personally, I mean, you could get lucky.
Can a meme coin now become one of the traditional coins? What
I
or is
doubt
that means there's no space for new traditional good
No,
coins
of
anymore?
course, it's
or what?
possible. Yes, but for example, I told you earlier that I kind of believed in
Yeah.
Trump's coin because I was really thinking they were going to do magic on that, and it's probably going to turn to a traditional
Yeah.
coin, but they already. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Okay, so
Yeah,
one
so-
has to be very careful and find. So it's not like I'm recommending a coin now, but what are the key things that I should look out for? As a newbie, I have no idea, and I don't want to be waking up in the night worrying about. I want to just keep it there and relax. So what should I be looking out for?
Okay, I will tell you first. Only invest what you can afford to lose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you do that, you will sleep better at night.
Yes.
You understand? So when what you can afford to lose, one, and two, buy more coins that have very high liquidity.
Okay.
The likes of the Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB.
Yeah, but for someone that's just starting that doesn't have so much money, because now I'm
No, no,
hearing
okay. The thing is, I meant the coin itself.
Yeah.
They have liquidity.
Okay.
Not you
Yeah.
per se. So, and don't, like I said, invest what you can afford to lose. Also, when you're buying, buy coins that are more stable.
okay.
They are more stable, and these are the traditional kind of coins. So because if you buy, say, Ethereum, for example, at least you have this guarantee, almost a guarantee in a way that it's not just going to plummet. You understand? It might go, it might dip, but it won't be to the extent that you probably have an heart attack.
Yeah.
You understand? There have been times that I'll buy a coin and maybe put $1,000 and it will dip to maybe 700. I'm like, I don't think this coin is going to do well again. I'll just put my $700.
Okay.
Right? At least I'm just losing $300. But for meme coins, when you put $1,000, you can wake up and you will just see that it's down to zero. So put money more into this thing. And there's also a trick. That a trick, no? A trade secret, so to speak.
Yeah.
The way Nigeria is going right now.
Yeah.
This is actually okay. Well, let's say it. The way the dollar is just,
Yes.
going up and all that, right? So there's a coin called USDT. It's a stable coin. They are stable coins that are they don't pump and dip.
Yeah.
The only thing that affects it is the dollar price.
Okay.
Because USDT is pegged to the dollar price. So if dollar is say 1,500, USDT will be around 1,000, maybe 480 or 490, or even 1,501.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very close to the dollar.
Yeah.
Right? So one thing I usually do is this. I keep my money in USDT rather than leaving it in the bank. Now, if you have 1 million naira and you put it in your bank, there's every possibility that if you come back in, say, 3 months, you might have 900 and
and it will lose some value, inflation, and so
right. But if you keep it in USDT and the dollar price goes up, and you later convert it to naira, you might be getting maybe 1,100,000.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's one thing I always
Yeah,
do.
yes,
You know,
that
but
makes sense.
also, if the government, is able to really, really, put things in order, the risk is your money might also lose value. But in Nigeria now, it's
So,
not
so
it's
are
not
you,
happening anytime soon.
So is,
I'm
is
not.
the
I'm
goal?
not. No.
Let Nigeria keep happening.
No.
Yeah, I
To be
get what you
honest,
mean.
I'm not. No,
It's important to keep your money in, especially money that you've worked hard for, in a stable currency.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that's actually the point. So, and even if the naira elevates and becomes stable, then one can also withdraw the money and then find a more indigenous space to invest the money.
Because
So
that was one of the things that there was a time I took a break and I was not really, trading and all that. I just, instead of putting my money in banks, I just converted almost everything, put in a stable coin, and when I was ready to, change it back, and I was making over like about 4 million naira profit. Or like,
sweet. So what's the minimum amount that I can use to start my first investment in crypto? What's the minimum amount in naira that I need to have?
To be honest, there's no specific amount.
There's a minimum. Can I invest in crypto with 1 naira? Tell me minimum, because the audience, they want to know. Like someone is earning, I don't know, like 200,000 a month or 50,000 a month, and they've had this conversation right now. They're like, I want to try this thing. Okay, from this 50,000, I want to be saving. How much is the minimum that this person needs to save?
Okay. The truth is, there's no specific amount, but I'll use myself as an example. So, when I started with 10,000 naira.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the good thing then was Bitcoin was very cheap then.
Okay,
it was about $200 and something.
Oh,
for one Bitcoin then. Now look at Bitcoin is about 90 something thousand. So look at it this time.
So how do you start with $10,000 if one Bitcoin is 200 and something?
Are you buying 10,000 naira?
Yeah, 10,000 naira. Are you buying a quarter?
Yes.
Oh, you can buy like.
Yeah, of course. You
Because
can buy 0.0000005.
We're gonna put this on the screen, right? So if this is like a Bitcoin and it was like $200 then, so when you start with 10,000 naira, you might just be buying just this piece.
Yes.
Oh, that is what I wanted to know. So now that it's $90K, so someone with $1 million, if the let's say with 500,000, will buy in 0.000.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you earn 50,000 naira and you like say, okay, I want to be saving 5,000 naira every month. How many months do you need now to save 500,000? Okay, but after you have a chance.
Yeah. So for me then, because it was very cheap.
Yes.
This what I'm about to tell you is something that you will see in my book anyway. I took a loan from loan app.
Okay.
I won't mention the loan app name, but you will see that in my book anyway. So I took 10,000 loan from the loan app. I went on the platform. There's WhatsApp platforms, groups.
Okay.
Where people buy and sell. So a friend of mine, so how did I even get to the platform in the first place? I did MMM, right? So MMM carried my money and it ran away with my money.
What is MMM?
You guys remember? There's this Ponzi scheme then. Yeah, they were doing. Yes.
Okay, it's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, very popular.
Okay.
You get money, then you pay people. Then other people will pay you higher.
It's a Ponzi scheme. Yeah.
So we're in a group, MMM group then, right? So we're doing it. I was able to build money to 1 million. If I even collected money from friends and family to be able to do it up to 1 million, and then MMM just packed up and all the money was gone. So I was in debt. And people were disturbing me. Give my money back. You don't ask me to do this thing. You're giving my money back. I say, wow. So some of the guys on that group, they were not talking about there's this new thing called Bitcoin. That's what they are doing now to be able to make. I said, please add me to the group. So they added me to like 3 groups. So what I do is I took that loan, 10,000 naira. I go to one group, I'll buy Bitcoin small quantity. I'll take the Bitcoin to the next group and sell, make some profit. When I make profit, in a day like this, I can do like 20 times. I'll, flip that money. I'll buy, sell, 20 times in a day.
Yeah.
So I make profit. Then when it's time to pay the loan, I pay the loan. They'll give me a higher loan.
So you can invest more.
Yeah. So I'll go back and buy, sell.
Yeah.
I was doing that every day. I took that loan up to 300,000 before I now had my own capital to start trading. Right?
Wow, yeah.
So, after that I stopped taking the loan and I just started, buying and selling and buying. So right now it's going to be very difficult to do that with 10,000 naira now though, right? But there's no amount that is too small to start. There was someone I read about that for the past 2 years he has been buying $100 Bitcoin every day, and now he has a lot of Bitcoin now. You understand? For the past 2 years, So I mean, you can decide. Okay, look, if I'm earning 200,000 naira, I want to put 50,000 naira into buying Bitcoin. It's okay, it starts, because right now it's more difficult to unless you want to go and be doing meme coin, which you can be losing your money as fast. Yes. You want something with less risk, less profit but less risk.
Yes. So where do I go to? Now I have this money, I've saved it.
Okay.
It's in my bank. I wake up today. How do I start? Do I go to a website or do I go to the bank?
Okay, so because you don't belong to any group or platforms where they do they buy and sell.
Okay, so they are trading platforms.
Yes, which WhatsApp groups.
Oh, WhatsApp group.
Yes. Okay. So because you're not on any of this group, they are centralized platform apps.
Yes.
Where you can go. Prior to now, Binance was like the major one where people go. You just load your money. You do P2P. That's what they call P2P on the platform.
Like peer to peer.
Yeah. Okay. You see someone that has the coin. You buy, you transfer to the person's account, the person credits your wallet, your Binance wallet with the coin. You understand? But I think it was blocked because of the issues Nigeria had with Binance and all that. So, but there are other platforms like Bybit, where you go there, you buy peer to peer, right? But also there are individuals that sell crypto. You understand? But you have to be careful of scammers. Because there are a lot of scammers out there pretending to buy and sell, and you send your money to them and it's over.
Yes.
They'll just disappear on you. You understand? So even on Binance, there's scammers too there. You understand? But the thing is, on Binance you can at least fight and probably get your money back. But if you are dealing directly, you have to be extremely careful. It has to be someone then you
so
you
like
buy
not
this,
know the person but the address
basically it's always advisable to even know the person.
So you can know the person and the address.
Yes, it's always advisable. I mean, it's all
how do you know the person? Is it all on the platform, or maybe because I know you tell me your address, or
for example,
on the platform?
A lot of my friends, if they want to buy coin, they come through me.
Okay.
You understand? They just please, I need to buy some amount of coin. I said okay, I'll sell to them. You understand? So mostly I'm just talking, it's based on security, to secure your money. You understand?
Yeah.
Because there are a whole lot of scammers out there.
Yes.
There are a whole lot of scammers out there.
How long have you been in the crypto space right now?
Okay, so I started in 2019.
Okay.
I started.
COVID period is any good period to just be on the phone. This is like a new world where you just everything you're doing on your WhatsApp on your phone. And you talked about a book.
Yeah. I'm actually working on a book about my life story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be out for another, say, 5 years because.
Okay.
But I already started
Working
writing
on it, yeah.
because it's just a story of my life's journey. I believe in 5 years I'll be retired,
Okay.
So so I want to drop it at that time.
At that time, yes. Thank you. Let's go to the big brother or big sister of crypto. I guess the future Web3. Now, what is Web3 and how does that differ from what we already have?
Okay, so imagine you rent an apartment.
Yes.
And your landlord dictates how you operate in that apartment.
Yes.
Say for example you want to maybe do some renovations, you have to take permission from your
so it's a controlled.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we have now.
That's what we have right now.
Yeah. Someone, if you say do something that maybe does not fit their rules, they can just take you down. Yeah.
But Web3 is completely freedom. You have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Is it still? I still don't understand. Hey, please, I want to understand this thing for all of you out there because we're not too old to know this. We have to start getting ourselves informed and get into the business. So, is Web3 then? Is it the internet? Do you still go to the internet and type stuff?
Yes, it's still the internet, but it's run on a blockchain.
Blockchain. We are coming back again to blockchain.
Yes, it's just the same way blockchain gives crypto
a bank.
Yes, you get what I'm saying. It gives it that freedom that it's not controlled.
So Web3 is like then the server.
Yes.
For the internet.
Yes. You understand? And it's also not controlled because it's run on blockchain technology.
Okay. So how do you get on Web3?
It's out there. A lot of people are, a lot of tech guys are creating stuffs using Web3 actually.
Okay. Is it like
it's just like okay.
And a software or what is it?
No, it's not a software per se. Okay, how do I explain it better? The same way the internet is there, you just have to create something on that internet. Say for example, Facebook.
Yes.
Someone does, it was due to the availability of internet.
That's why they created something.
Facebook.
Yes, so I go to the Chrome browser or Safari or Firefox and I go there.
Well, it's not really there. It's coding.
Okay, now we're talking.
It's coding. You have to write the codes for the Web3.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's the same way, when they were doing Facebook, it was coding.
Coding, yeah.
You understand? So you have to do, there are, for example, there's what they call pump fund. Now I'm taking you back to the crypto now, because it's on pump fund that they create all this. You can create your coin.
Okay. What's it called? Pump? Because we have to
pump fund.
Put it on screen for the. How is it spelled actually?
Pump. Then fund.
Fund.
Yes.
Okay. Pump fund. Yeah.
So it's from there. It's a Web3, platform. You understand?
Yeah.
You can create your own coin from there. Nobody is policing you or anything. That is why a whole lot of people are creating. They have freedom to create their own shit coin now.
Yeah, but everything is still on the back of the internet.
Yeah, Web3 is also internet.
It's just on the back of the internet.
It's just an upgraded version of Web 2.
Yeah.
You understand? That is run on blockchain technology.
Okay, I get.
Do you understand? So the difference is on Web 2, your datas are being mined, your information is not secure because people have top corporations have access to it.
A monopoly. Do
you understand?
Yeah.
But in Web3, it's not that. There's freedom.
But it's from the Web 2, data mining, which I'm totally against. But from there, that's how they were able to create the AI, feed the AI, teach the AI, right? Or not?
Well, yes, but then again, you see, the beauty of Web3 is you can also integrated with AI, which is one area that I'm really interested in. As in, it's something that I myself have been doing a whole lot of research on, and
Yes.
I'm really interested in that. So it will come a point where you have a lot of stuffs that are Web3 and AI integrated.
Integrated. So is that the future?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It
okay.
is. Because AI is already here to stay.
Yes, it's already.
I mean,
there.
if you're doing anything right now, if you're building anything right now, and you are not creating space, you're not creating room for AI, you're already at the losing end.
But what about the fear of that so many people have that it's going to take their jobs? And especially if you now combine the power of artificial intelligence with this new form of Web3, I mean, things are going to be more efficient. Maybe we might need less human robotic jobs, right?
The truth is, AI is going to take jobs,
Yeah.
but AI is going to create jobs.
Okay.
It will. There's going to be new opportunities,
Yes.
new doors that AI is going to open.
Are we preparing ourselves for it here in Nigeria?
Okay.
Or how do we prepare ourselves for it?
The truth is, I can say I read a few days ago about the meeting the president had with this Google guy, and they were talking about AI. I was excited about it, because I felt okay, now the government is saying something about AI, So I believe if they actually follow through, it's gonna be good for the nation. It's gonna be good for the nation. But right now, I don't really see anything concrete. It's just paperwork and all that. I've not seen anything concrete that the nation is doing. I can tell you for a fact that even this government is clamping down on cryptocurrency.
Okay, why do you think the government needs to clamp down on decentralized funds?
Well, I think for Nigeria, because I'm actually a victim of it myself.
Oh, okay.
But I think the issue is they're not looking at the problem holistically, because they feel the crypto space is killing the naira.
Okay.
That's what they feel. So because of that, they're just coming after crypto traders and all that, right? But while I will agree that the crypto space kinds of contributes to the devaluation of naira, it is not the root cause.
Okay. How does crypto contribute to devaluating naira?
Okay, so the thing is, when you're trading, you have to give a price, dollar price. So say for example now, the crypto community, if I go to this guy and he says, oh, I'm selling my coin for $1,500 per dollar, and the current dollar price is maybe 1,450.
Oh, okay.
Right, but this person is telling me it's 1,500.
So
that is selling.
Already devalued.
And I go to this person. This person telling me it's 5. The person, oh, this one is selling for 1,500. This one is, I'm selling for 1,500.
Okay.
So it kind of spikes the rates. Yes, and the dollar rates as against naira. You understand?
Yeah.
So and sometimes people, when they want to change physical dollar, they go to these platforms like Binance to look at what is the dollar rate on this place. Before it used to be Abuki FX. But after the government
snatched that out,
people go to Binance. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. There have been times I also go to Binance to check what is the dollar rate. If I want to change physical dollar, you know, I go to, so I'll use that to negotiate with the bureau de change guys. So even the bureau de change guys, sometimes they use that to kind of check what the price is. So it's some extent it kind of like affects that as well. But you know, there's so many ways to go around this thing rather than just, you know, going after this. You can regulate this. You know, currently in Nigeria, there's no regulation for crypto, and because of that, a whole lot of government official, agency rather, they use this as excuse to, you know, extort, you know, crypto traders. You know, they say, oh, there's no, do you have license for crypto? I mean, the government has not given a license, so if
when you apply for the license,
why do you apply for it? You know what I'm saying? Because I've had some of them, and I said it's so ridiculous. What do you mean to have license? Where do I apply for this license?
Yeah, when you once licenses comes in, then a bit of the decentralized concept begins to dilute into centralized concept.
Well, you know, the truth is there will always be centralized and there will always be decentralized, right? They kind of complement each other in some ways, you understand? But at the end of the day, Bitcoin, crypto rather, you know, is going to take over the financial institution.
You believe that?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
A whole of some countries are already adopting this and they are using it. Okay, take for example, do you know you can actually purchase Tesla?
Yeah.
With Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, that's Tesla, of course. Yes. Yeah.
The whole of other companies today accept crypto now.
Okay.
So it's the truth is you can shy away from it, you can run away from it. But at the end of the day, the more you keep running from it, it's here to stay. You will just be the loser at the end of the day. Because when other countries have adopted it, they've, you know, act upon it, regulated it,
mechanism,
you know, around it. But you will be left behind.
So why should I care about Web3? As a single person or like a business roadside person, should I care about Web3?
Yes, because Web3 is it's about freedom. It's about putting control back in your hands.
Okay.
Yes, you know, because look, as a result of Web3, you know, I'll take you back to entertainment, for example, now, right? A whole lot of artists are now, you know, having control over their materials. You understand? The likes of Weekend, Eminem, you know, they are putting their stuff on NFT and having total control of it. Nobody has to, you know, it doesn't have to, police it or perhaps make money of it.
Yeah.
You are in full control that you make money directly. You know, it kind of like cuts out the middleman.
You've dropped another word, NFTs. What are they?
Yeah, you know, they are digital, you know, they are, how do I put it? NFT itself is it's called non-fungible token.
Okay.
But for a layman, it's like say taking your work and putting it in a digital form. You understand? You put in a digital form. You know, say for example this stuff right here, this picture right here.
Yeah.
You know, you put in a digital form, and you know you have for example this stuff here now.
Yeah.
You are the one that have this. It's yours. So NFT
satisfies it or what?
Exactly. You have that and nobody can have access to it. It's just yours. You understand? So take for example the like of Weekend, you know, he created a song, you know, and made into NFT, and nobody can, or like the way you can stream the song, you can stream a song from a particular song from an artist.
Yeah.
No, but that song can belong to just you. You understand? So if anybody wants to even have access to that song, they have to come through you.
So that means if I want that weekend song,
Yes,
now,
you can buy it.
I can buy it.
Yes, and it's just yours.
But he can sell it again to someone else.
No.
Okay, so it's like signature art piece for
Yes,
that person. So if
exactly.
anybody wants it, they have to come
Just-
to me, and
you
I
see-
can sell it. Can I?
Yes, you can sell it.
resell access
Exactly.
to it?
Yes. Yes. You see the way
okay.
the Mona Lisa is just one.
Yes. Oh,
You can't have
okay.
two Mona Lisa. Any other Mona Lisa is fake, right? So it's just that one. That's
Wow,
just the way NFT
They
works.
can't
But
for
it's a
creatives.
digital form.
For creatives, I'm wondering now if combining like a real community coin with NFTs. Nah. Maybe that's something to think about.
Of course, it's already happening. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already happening. You see, a lot of gamers
Yes.
now, they create games and you use coin, to purchase
Yeah.
these games and all that.
And the avatars
yes,
assets and
yes.
such. Yeah.
So it's happening already.
Yeah, that's true.
Understand? Give it 5-10 years, it's going to be more global and accepted. It's the acceptable thing happening.
Yeah, but Web3 has also been criticized for like scam and
Yeah, the truth is, there's nothing I think on this earth that that will be created that people won't find a way.
It's the human condition.
Yes. So it's normal. The thing is, when you are playing in that space, you just have to be very careful and be very sure about whatever you're doing in that space.
Space,
but of course, there will always be scammer. If I'm quite certain, if there's if we know where Heaven's Gate is, people would know how to scam their way into it.
Yeah, we have a few special short questions from the team because people were so excited.
Okay.
They wanted to know, especially Valentine, wanted to know some things and like what Web3 trends are you betting on for the future?
Oh, okay. I think I mentioned that earlier. It's the integration of Web3 with AI.
Okay.
I believe that's gonna be a very, very strong thing in the future, and I am betting on it. In fact, I think I'm looking out for startups that are putting that into their ideas.
Yeah, so that's already part of your criteria for. So most of the other question was what are NFTs? We've already talked about that. So if you had to leave one piece of advice for the next generations of creatives, especially in the entertainment industry, and now combine or with the view of the digital world, how it's evolving, what advice would that be?
One advice. Okay, I think that would be take control.
Take control, okay.
Take control. I mean, the entertainment space, business space, technology, crypto, and all that, it's controlled by, the 1% of the 1%, so to speak. But we can get control. You can take control, and to do that, that's why we need to start coming up with, ideas that are, using Web3, to create ideas that will help us do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan. So
how do we learn? How does someone that's really new to all of this learn more about Web3?
There are materials online.
Okay.
You can
self-teaching.
But beyond that, there are a lot of, good places to learn from in terms of individuals.
Yeah.
Online that you can, get in contact with and learn from them. A lot of tech guys. I have one of my friends I was telling you about. Is deeply into Web3 now, and He started out as a back end developer, but yeah, he's deeply into Web3 now, and he just got a job that they are paying him $120,000 every year. I'm like, oh, good for you! Wow, I mean, look at what Web3 is doing for you. Good for you, you know. So there are a whole lot of people out there that's already building that knowledge, you know. So I mean, the truth is, everything you need is online.
It's online.
You just have to go and look for it.
Yeah, first of all, you have to know that it's there, right? So that's why something like this conversation opens up that opportunity for you to know that it's there. Because if you don't know, you don't even know what to seek, right? Yeah. Is there something that's on your mind that we've not discussed?
Okay, I think we talked about it, but I'm just going to speak a little bit more on it, which is the Nigerian lack of adopting, you know, these new technologies that are coming up and all that. You know, I think they need to start thinking about how to, write regulations, laws that will guide these things, so that the whole lot of people that want to come into this space, but they're afraid
because it's not regulated.
Yes, they're afraid, and they don't want to get into trouble and all that. So I think they need to do that. Also, I think for the entertainment space, if you're looking at going into the entertainment, I think one of the things you should do is you should be very, very patient.
Does that mean get a side job?
If that's what it takes.
Okay.
If that's what it takes, why not? Why not? But be patient, especially if you want to put money.
Oh, okay.
If you want to put money into it, you have to be very patient, because that place is a very, very risky place, and I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah.
It's a very, very risky place where you can lose your money very, very fast, very, very fast. But it's also an interesting place. I mean, it gives you fame. So fame is a beautiful thing if you know how to handle it.
Yeah, if one is doing it for the fame, like when I think about, just look around you and all the things that you've done, I see that you really love to take risks.
Yeah, that's true.
You love to empower people. So if you had all the resources, right, from time, you had all the time in the world, you had all the money, you had good health, everything, you in your personal life, everything is working, what bold step, what is it that you'll be doing?
To be honest, I think I'm just going to create a calendar and write locations of all the beautiful places in the world, and I'll just be going there this week, next week. I just want to travel around the world, and I want to experience the world. Actually, I think that's something I really intend to do when I retire. I just want to travel around the world. I want to experience the world. The world is a very beautiful place. When you are in a particular place, you don't know that. You don't know that better. When you go out and you see things, and it's kind of, it gives you peace.
Yes.
It gives you peace. So I want to, when I have money and time, I want to travel around the world. I want to experience people. I want to experience cultures, and I don't want to stay in a particular place. I just want to if you call me this week, I'm here, next week I'm there, and I just want to go around the world, do it all over again.
Yeah, may you have it. Thank you so much, Oluwaloseyi.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this, because I have learned so much. I feel more informed right now.
Yeah.
Like my mind's already thinking of the things I want to go research. It's all because you've been able to dissect this topic and make it accessible. And I really look forward to, as this journey moves on, I really look forward to having a conversation again with you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing and being really open to take my hand like a 5 years old through this whole journey.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
So that was our conversation with Oluwaloseyi, and it was amazing because now I know what crypto is. I also know Web3. So many other things I'm beginning to understand. And we're going to drop the links and the names of the things that we talked about. It's going to be on our platform or beneath at the description of this video. So you want to get more information, you want to stay more informed, so you know how to make wise choices, take bold steps. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Like I said, there is so much that we can still talk about, but that's for another episode, another podcast. So thank you for being here.